Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever stopped to think about the immense power of accountability? What does it mean to truly take responsibility for your actions, your choices, and your life? Is it just a duty, a box to check, or is it the key to unlocking the greatness that lies within each of us? Accountability is not a burden, it is a gift. It is the courage to say, "This is on me." It is the discipline to follow through even when no one else is watching. Accountability is the cornerstone of trust, the foundation of integrity, and the engine of growth. Without it, how can we build meaningful relationships? How can we achieve true success? How can we become the leaders this world so desperately needs? Today, I invite you to take a deep dive into the power of accountability. Together, we will explore its transformative nature and how it can reshape your life, your relationships, and even the world around you. Accountability begins with you. Let us start with the most fundamental truth about accountability. It begins with you. Before we can expect others to be accountable, our teams, our families, our communities, we must first hold ourselves accountable. Think about this. How often do we deflect blame? How often do we look for excuses when things don't go our way? It's human nature to protect our egos, to avoid discomfort. But true accountability demands something far greater. It demands honesty, self-awareness, and courage. When was the last time you said, "I made a mistake, and I will fix it"? It's not an easy thing to do, is it? Admitting fault can feel like exposing a weakness. But let me tell you this, owning your mistakes is not a sign of weakness, it is a mark of strength. It is the first step toward growth, learning, and transformation. Accountability doesn't just affect you, it has a ripple effect on everyone around you. Picture a calm lake. When you drop a single stone into its surface, ripples spread outward in every direction. Accountability is that stone. When you take responsibility for your actions, you inspire others to do the same. In a team setting, accountability fosters trust and collaboration. When leaders own their decisions, their teams feel empowered to take initiative. When parents admit their mistakes, their children learn humility and resilience. But what happens when accountability is absent? Chaos, distrust, stagnation. Imagine a workplace where no one takes responsibility for failures, where blame is constantly shifted. How can such an environment thrive? The answer is simple, it cannot. Let me share a story with you. A friend of mine, let's call him John, was struggling in his career. He felt stuck, undervalued, and frustrated. He blamed his boss, his colleagues, and even the economy for his lack of progress. One day, he attended a seminar on accountability, much like this discussion we're having today. The speaker posed a powerful question. What is one thing you can do today to take control of your situation? That question struck a chord with John. He realized that while he couldn't control external factors, he could control his attitude, his efforts, and his decisions. From that day forward, John made a commitment to take full ownership of his life. He improved his skills, sought feedback, and took on challenges that others avoided. Within a year, his transformation was remarkable. He not only earned a promotion, but also regained his confidence and sense of purpose. John's story is not unique. The power of accountability has transformed countless lives, and it can transform yours too. Let's be real, accountability isn't easy. It demands that we confront the truth about ourselves, our choices, and our circumstances. And the truth isn't always pleasant. Maybe you've been procrastinating on a goal because you're afraid of failure. Maybe you've been avoiding a difficult conversation because it feels uncomfortable. Or maybe you've been blaming others for a situation that you have the power to change. It takes courage to face these truths head-on. But here's the thing, avoiding them only prolongs the pain. Accountability is the path to freedom. When you own your reality, you regain control over your life. Accountability in leadership. Now let's talk about accountability in leadership. Whether you're a CEO, a manager, a teacher, or a parent, your ability to lead effectively hinges on your willingness to be accountable. Great leaders don't just take credit for successes, they take responsibility for failures. They set the tone for their teams by modeling accountability in their words and actions. They create a culture where accountability is not feared but celebrated. Think about some of the greatest leaders in history: Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr. What set them apart was not just their vision but their accountability to their people and their principles. They stood by their values, even in the face of immense challenges. Practical steps to embrace accountability. So, how can you cultivate accountability in your own life? Here are some practical steps. 1. Set clear goals. Accountability starts with clarity. Define what you want to achieve and outline the steps to get there. 2. Track your progress. Regularly review your actions and results. Are you staying true to your commitments? 3. Seek feedback. Don't be afraid to ask others for input. Accountability thrives on open communication. 4. Admit mistakes. When you make a mistake, own it. Apologize if necessary, and focus on finding solutions. 5. Hold yourself accountable. Use tools like journals, accountability partners, or apps to stay on track. The collective power of accountability. Finally, let's talk about accountability on a larger scale. Imagine if entire communities, organizations, and nations embraced accountability. What can we achieve? In business, accountability drives innovation and excellence. In government, it ensures transparency and trust. In society, it fosters cooperation and progress. The challenges we face today, climate change, inequality, conflict, can only be addressed when we take collective responsibility. It starts with individuals like you and me, choosing to be accountable for our actions and their impact on the world. The time is now, ladies and gentlemen. The power of accountability is immense. It can transform your life, strengthen your relationships, and change the world. But it all begins with a choice to take responsibility, to own your actions, and to lead with integrity. So I ask you again, are you ready to embrace the power of accountability? Are you ready to stand tall, own your mistakes, and seize control of your destiny? The time is now. The choice is yours. Let today be the day you say, no more blaming, no more hiding, I am accountable. Because when you do, you'll unlock a strength you never knew you had, and a future you never thought possible. Thank you.